Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches. In this video is an answering questions video. So I pre-recorded last weekend 2 videos and I scheduled them to be uploaded on Sunday so that during the week while I was at school, frantic and whatnot, these videos were able to get released, which I was really happy about. It worked really well. I was able to have 2 videos come out on, I think, Wednesday and Friday. But I did want to start this video because, one, there was a lot of questions and stuff that was answered. I thought, well, maybe I can make a video answering all these questions because sometimes it does take me a long time to go through all the comments to answer them. And a few of them I thought I could make videos on. Okay, the first thing I would like to say is because these videos were pre-recorded, and I do know that I have a large portion of my audience that is from the UK, I am very sad that your queen has passed. I wasn't able to say that on the Friday video because I filmed it on Sunday and she was still alive then. And so I did not want to seem heartless. Somebody seemed very sad that I had not mentioned that she had passed. And so, like I said, at the filming, she was still alive. I obviously an American, so my love for the queen is different than the people that live in her kingdom. Do you say it like that? But I've watched a lot of documentaries about her and her prince and so I really, it's not the same, but I really admire her. And I don't keep up very much on Markle and Harry and all they're doing. But I seem to admire William enough. So anyway, I am very sad for you guys that you've lost your queen. It's pretty amazing. I think, isn't she like the longest living monarch in history? So she does have a place, in our history of the world. And so I'm sorry. Okay, next, I was going to talk a little bit more British stuff here, Bello Coco. Okay, so I reviewed the last box that I got. I'm trying to grab it for you. Bello Coco did something different this time where she opened up a private pop-up box Facebook group where you could post about your box as you received it rather than ruining it in the regular Crochet Society page. And a lot of people, obviously, in the UK get it sooner than the Americans, and we get it even sooner than the folks in Australia. So I was a little, unfortunately, the group was kind of flooded with negativity, which, if you know, is not really my jam. But a lot of people were upset, and they all have the right to be upset, and they all have the right to post in that group about why they're upset. So when I opened this box, I wanted to be like really neutral going into it, which I know you guys are shocked, would say, can you be neutral? I don't know. And I wanted to be really like, factual about how much these things cost if I were to go to the store and buy it and things like that. Most people appreciated how I was really trying to be in that video, which I can link below. Like, okay, this is a water bottle. This is how much it would cost. These patterns are patterns that fit a water bottle or the theme of coasters and table runners and water bottles and pitchers and stuff. And so I was really trying to like eye it out. Cotton yarn, the cost of other brands of cotton yarn and things like that. Okay. Somebody did say I think there was maybe 2 posts of folks who thought I was biased. And I was kind of talking to my husband about that because I don't feel I'm biased. Like I feel like I'm not biased, particularly because I am not associated with Bello Coco as much as I would love to be. I'm not. I mean, there was this thing that happened like 3 years ago where Bello Coco didn't even have Crochet Society yet. And she just had pattern in a magazine and I commented on it and I tagged the magazine and she said, nice, whatever. But I don't receive anything for free. Everything that I show in Crochet Society in my videos, I've purchased. I don't get a discount. I don't get it for free. She doesn't even feature me in her little catalog. So I feel like I'm not biased because I'm just a regular customer that happens to like her. I feel like if I was biased, it'd be as if I worked for Crochet Society, or if she gave me her stuff for free, or if I was her representative, then I would be biased because I work for them, I love them, I promote their stuff. I am just a random Midwest American girl that loves Crochet Society and buys it all up, much to my husband's chagrin, and talks about it in the videos, because that was the whole reason I made my YouTube channel, was because I don't have people in my real life that have a love for crochet, yarn, and Crochet Society. And so I get to talk about it with you guys, my yarn friends. So I just wanted it to be cleared. I did go later and edit the description and put in there that I am not a sponsor. I'm not sponsored by Crochet Society, and that I do pay for all this stuff with my own money. And I like it, and I love it all. And I actually first heard of Bello Coco, I want to say 3 years ago. I found a tutorial when she just had her regular YouTube channel, and I made a virus bedspread using Karen's Simply Soft. I also then made a matching picture to go with it, but I followed her tutorial to make the virus bedspread to start that pattern. Obviously, she just gave the tutorial on how to do it, and then I made it into the queen size bed. So that's when I first came across her, and then I saw her on Crochet Now, and then I got the Crochet Nows for a number of years. And then one day I was in the Crochet Now magazine, I opened it up, I saw an advertisement that she was putting together a subscription box. I missed the first box. And then from then on, I immediately, upon taking out that flyer, logged in and joined. Because I love it. Okay, so connected to Bello Coco and the fact that I'm not a sponsor and I pay for all her stuff, somebody had asked if I had ever done a review of her range. So I want to say a year ago now, she came out with this little line, they call it a range in the UK, of some tools and whatnot that go with crochet. I got a little something here, just a sec. And I bought some of them. Now, even though I love Crochet Society, I actually don't buy everything she puts out. I know you're like, what? That can't be true. True. I did, however, buy, so in the range, you could buy the full pack, and I don't remember the cost, and that was everything, all the products in that little featurette. Then you could just buy the bag, or you could just buy some badges and a hook stand, or just the hook stand and a crochet hook set. You could just buy pieces of it. The thing that I bought was this bag, which I'm going to be honest, initially I really loved it. Now, of course, it's super cute. Let me move this. But I will say the thing that I don't like about it now, kind of this far out, which you can't see as well on camera, is this is a creamy color, and it's starting to look dirty. I'm a teacher, and I have 3 kids at home, and whenever I carried this crochet, for a while I was carrying this to and from Jaren's basketball games, and so it was kind of getting a little dirty. I did try to wipe it off with a bleach wipe for the video, but I do think her new color, because she's just released a new range, same bag, but now she has it in a gray. I'm not going to buy it. I want to, but I'm not going to, because I already have this one. I don't need the same bag in 2 different colors, but I want it because it's gray and the inside bag is pink. Now this one comes with another bag inside of it. It actually snaps into the bag. Do you see that? And this is where maybe you can put your little skeins of yarn. I've been using this bag to carry my hat making supplies. And so I have 2 partial skeins because I made hats and this was left over. Inside is this hook set, which I'm going to talk about. And then I also have in here another ball of yarn because I was going to make another hat. And then the other thing that I have in here, I actually got this from Yarnier. I love this little snap bag. And in this snap bag are all the different kind of knitting needles I use to make hats. But also in this bag from Crochet Society is a big zipper. Oh, I have some riffraff in here. I have some ball bands. Is there anybody else here? I also have some chapstick. I got this from Yarnier as well. Does anybody else here get overwhelmed with ball bands? I don't know. I don't throw them away. I feel like I save them because I want to talk to you about them in a video, or I want to remember what I made the hat out of, and then I lose track of them, and because I'm making so much, they're everywhere. On the other side of this are some little pockets that you could put your hooks in. Do you see that? Okay, so this is the bag. And then, like I said, she has a new one out right now that is gray and pink. This one is cream and teal. And then I'm snapping it in there for you to see. It snaps in here. And then this is your little bag. Do I like the bag? Yes. Do I wish I would have waited and possibly gotten the gray color? Yes. If you're a super tidy person, you should be fine. The straps are not adjustable. They just look like it. It's just the way they are. Okay, now the next thing that I was going to talk about for the range that I did review in a video, but then I want to say conservatively 3 months later, this is the hook set. Again, it's in the cream. I don't remember what the new color is, but conservatively, this is what they look like. I want to say 3 months later, I had a bit of a problem with the hook set. As you can see, this is the one I use the most. It's a little dirtier. Do you see that? I'm a dirty lady. I guess I didn't realize that. Or maybe, I don't know. I never realized I was so dirty until I looked at light things. But anyway, this is a 4mm hook. And the thing that I wanted to show you guys, which I don't know, is I opened up, here it is. I opened up my case one day, and this hook was out. This thing was flopping around in there, and this is the 3.35mm hook. Now, I just jammed it back in there, but I have a feeling if I was crocheting on with this, and this got a snag, that this would pop right out. Now, do I remember the exact cost? No. Can I look it up and put it in the description? Yes. So I was a little disappointed that that happened, but I did just put it in there. Now, I bet I could even put a bit of super glue or Gorilla Glue. I don't know what if UK people use super glue or they call it something else. And I could pop it in there, but I suppose that's not the point, right? The point is when you spend a certain amount of money on a nice product that you would like for it to stay together in whole pieces. I'm a practical person, so I'm like, oh, I'll dab a little super glue, pop it in there, it'll be fine. I actually have another set of these hooks, and I thought about digging it out for you, but if you order the essential kit, she does give you another set of these hooks. They look just like this. I believe they're a different color. But the difference between these hooks and her other hooks is that the ones that come in the Crochet Society are these polymer clay ones that are just, I think they're really for knife holders, people who crochet while like they're holding a knife. Because those people that hold it like a pencil, we really like to have these little knobbies here. But the thing I did say, and in my original tutorial about that, is the size of these hooks, the length of them, and the way I hold them when I'm crocheting, this is a bit pointy, the end, and it kind of like, it doesn't hurt, but after a while, it's kind of irritating. I don't like to be a complainer, and I would say I think I would like it better if Bella could somehow combine this part of the hook with the nice rounded part of the end of the polymer clay. That would be a win-win, because I like holding it like I hold it like a pencil when I crochet, and this part does start to irritate my hand when I hold it. I've never had the pieces of the polymer clay fall out, but I did have, and I haven't had it out of any of the other hooks. all the rest of these and the one in the essential kit, none of the other pieces had fallen out. It was just that one. Okay, so that is the range. That is the only parts of it that I ordered. I ordered the bag and I ordered the hooks. I ended up getting one of these in a later box, but this was also part of the range. So I'm not sad about that. And then, to be honest, I have ideas of what I'm going to do with Bella Coco's or Sarah's badges, but I don't do anything with them. I mean, my end goal is to sew them on a bag that I got from one of my swap partners, and I, at this point, put the badges in that bag. Someday I will do it. I also had thought about getting myself a denim jumper. I don't know if you remember, there used to be a show where Nick something with a mustache, he's an American, he's a funny guy, and Amy Poehler, they do a crafting show where they assign everybody a craft and then you have to try to make it. They give badges and they were wearing them on these denim jumpers, and I thought, ooh, I'll sew all Bella Coco's badges on my denim jumper. And then I never ordered it, and then I got that canvas bag and I thought, well, rather than buying a denim apron, that's what I should be saying, apron, not jumper, I'll just sew them on there. I haven't done it yet. Okay, next on the list of things that people wanted to talk about were the safety eyes. They said, how do you store your safety eyes? So when I order them from Amazon, you usually get these type of little compartments. See those? And then they put their like the safety part that holds them in place in these little plastic bags, and they roll them up and they put them in there. Well, I want to organize those too. So what I did is I went to my Hobby Lobby. I'll look through Amazon to see if I can find a link to something similar, but you could also buy those old embroidery floss boxes. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would buy them. They'd be kind of like a clearish plastic, and they'd have a whole bunch of little squares in it like this. And then I just organized my eyes, noses by size and color, and I put them all in here. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. I like it because it's purple. And then this container is what, and this is what they originally came in. I then took all those little ends that they had put in a plastic bag and I organized them in here. So then when I'm making an amigurumi, I take these two things. Also, when Sarah Jane gives me safety eyes in the Crochet Society boxes, I take them out and try to find a spot for them to fit in, and then I put them in with my other eyes. Sometimes I do save them and put them right into that thing I'm making because I'm like, oh, I might as well. But if it's something like if they got kind of stacked up for a while, then I have to go through and organize and clean up my crafty corner. And then I empty out all of the Crochet Society boxes and start putting their niblets away. I don't know if any of you know, but I stopped getting Yarnier because I was really getting overwhelmed. I only did like 2 or 3 of her projects. I do like Yarnier. She does give you luxury yarn. So if you're a Crochet Society person and you're like, I really like getting a subscription box, but I don't want to get, you know, cheap yarn. And I'm not saying that Bella Coco's yarn's cheap, but I'm just saying it's not luxury yarn. Then really look into something like Yarnier. Because Yarnier, you still get a little tool. I mean, I got that really cute snap bag from her. You get only one skein, but it's luxury yarn. And she does do a knit and a crochet pattern. And she has a Facebook group. She has a YouTube channel. And she does all these fun products as well. She even has she's partnered up with Knitter's Pride. And she has hooks and stuff as well. She's not as famous, I think, as Bella Coco. And she's cute, but in a different way than Bella Coco. It's just, I always felt her knit projects were amazing, and her crochet projects were, nice. You know what I mean? Like, she would have a really detailed beret and knit, and then for crochet, it would just be single crochet all the way around, okay? So, but it's Yarnier is a knitting box, so I understand why she's that way. Okay. So that is what I do with my safety eyes, and apparently a little extra about Yarnier. I also wanted to talk a little bit about something that Bag O' Day does. I don't remember her real name for a second. It'll come to me because I have all these names and channels in my mind. But she has been starting to do these POV videos, point of view videos. And one of them that you could go, I'll see if I can put some links in the description to her point of view video. She talked about yarn hoarding, and one of them she started talking about creating her YouTube channel. Now she goes on about how she started fresh and how she's never had any sponsors, and this has all been hard work, and she is right, it is hard work. I started 4 years ago with my YouTube channel. I mostly started it to have someone to talk to, because at that point I was a stay-at-home mom and I didn't have a lot of friends outside of family members, and my family members didn't care as much about crochet. Even though I even have a couple family members that do crochet, they don't seem to be in love with it as much as I am. They crochet a certain project and then nothing. And so I started my channel not to be rich and not to be famous, but to have a way to talk about what I love, and possibly read other comments and watch other people that make videos, and, you know, have a friend group that loves crochet, knit, yarn, real life. So she was talking about how she made her channel so successful on her own with hard work. And I don't discredit that. I am sure she did. But I think the first big difference when it comes to making these YouTube channels, and whether she says she's a medium channel, and maybe she is, I don't know. For me, I feel like she's a big channel, is that if you are gonna go beyond where I'm at, like if you look at where I'm at compared to some of the others, I'm gonna be probably staying in this 15 to 20,000 subscriber small channel, and that will just how it will be, because I don't make patterns and I don't do tutorials. If you're gonna wanna take a big jump into the next level of YouTube channels, you have to do tutorials. If you think about Pamela's Adoring Crochet, Pamela started a little bit after me. She does a lot of chatting, just like I do, but she designs patterns and does tutorials. So she has gone ahead of me in subscribers. Same thing with, I'm trying to remember the name of the gal that I used to watch. She has blonde curly hair. She lives in the South. On the Hook, or Off the Hook, I think it's called. She started out just talking about patterns that she made and yarn that she was using, but she started designing her own patterns. She makes a lot of wearable crochet, like summer tops and sweaters and stuff. And so her channel has surpassed mine. And it's because you do tutorials. And then when you do the tutorials, you're almost like assuring yourself longevity, because there are many people that don't know how to read patterns. I'm not negative or positive, doesn't matter. I'm just stating a fact. And so when they want to make something, and if they can't read a pattern and they can't, you know, get something from Ravelry, they just turn on that tutorial of Bag O' Day and how to make that hat. And every time they want to make that hat, they watch her video. She's got more views, because your subscriber count doesn't pay the channel. What pays your channel is how long and how much people are watching your videos. So every time you go back to Pamela to watch her tutorial on how to make a cardigan, or every time you go back to Bag O' Day to watch that video to learn how to make a hat, which is funny because she does have a hat that I make. It's a bobble hat. And every time I want to watch it, because I don't know where the written pattern is, I just look to her pattern. I look through her videos until I find the one. She's got it with her mannequin with the big blue eyeshadow. I look for that picture. I watch that video every time I want to make that hat. And so that is how they move themselves to a higher category of income, is because they have tutorials. Now, you say, Summer, make a tutorial. I've tried. I've done a couple, but I feel like I'm in this real gray area. Well, number one, the biggest thing is you can't do a tutorial. My kids are stomping upstairs, even though I warned them that I was going to make a video. Because if you remember a couple videos back, Jaron was screaming his head off in one of my videos. I'm sorry. But anyway, you can't make a tutorial on someone else's pattern. It's a copyright infringement. And so if anybody else, you have to contact them and say, hey, can I feature your pattern in a tutorial? And if they say yes, happy day. Tutorial, you're good. I've actually contacted a few of my favorite designers about patterns that they've made and asked them if I could do a tutorial, and they have said no to me. Okay, so step one is contacting the designers and asking them to do a tutorial. Step two, designing your own patterns. I have done my first ever pattern to design, and I made a tutorial, and that is for the Happy Valentine's Day gnome. It's not blowing up because I think the market is flooded with crocheted gnomes, and mine isn't any cuter. It's just a simple gnome. There's nothing fancy. And I have worked on designing a vest. I know. And I wrote up the pattern. It's just for some reason, every time I make it and I lay it out, it's uneven. So I haven't, even though I typed up that full pattern, I don't have a tutorial on it yet because when I go to make it, it doesn't come out even. Because that's my problem. Designing patterns is not my gift. Talking is my gift. Showing someone how to crochet or explaining something or buying things and talking about it, that's my gift. So I don't think I'll ever move into a higher bracket of YouTubes because I can't. The tutorial, I think, is really what moves a channel from being a chit-chat channel, which is what I am. I'm a chit-chat channel, to big, making it big to where, I mean, Bag O Day, she almost has 1 million subscribers. I know she's not there, but she almost has that. I'm nowhere near that because you can only take so much chit-chatting, can't you? So anyway, check out her point of view channel, her videos. Those are really, I mean, it's nice to hear other people's point of views. Plus, I always think when I'm just sitting and crocheting, sometimes I like to just listen to someone talk. And that's a good thing that you can do. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all the questions that I have fielded. Oh, there was one more. Somebody asked about the Outlander books. This is an example of them. They're really big. I have a hard time reading them because they're really fat and they're hard to hold, and I like to crochet, and I haven't figured out how to read and crochet. Obviously, I can listen to books on tape, but I like to read. Books and tape is different than reading. And so I'm really slow at going at them. These are the books in the series, and this is the first one, and I am in this one, and I think I have this one upstairs, and I think she's finished another one, something about bees or something. I can't remember. But they're so much more into detail than the TV show. As usual, they can only put so much in a show. I noticed that I was reading like 5 chapters, and it was like those 5 chapters was like a third of an episode. I do recommend it. If you can read, if you have the time to read. But I say that because when I had little kids, I did not have time to read. I felt like anytime I tried to read or get involved in the story, it got interrupted. Now my kids are older. I got a couple bookworms, and so now reading is a lot easier to do. That's what I mean by that. Not are you literate. I'm sure most of us are. Goodness, that came out wrong. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to title this like questions answered video. That wasn't very many questions. That really was a lot of talking for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. 9. Oh, the last thing. I did make a video where I opened up the new planner that I got for teaching. There's this guy called the Teaching Texan, and he's out of Texas, and he has an Etsy shop, and he creates and makes teaching tools, teaching planners, teaching games, things like that. It's kind of like what we do with yarn, but he does it with teaching. And so I bought his planner, and I made a video about it, and I have really been trying to consider, do I put the video on my yarn channel? It has nothing to do with yarn. You guys can choose to watch it or not watch it. Or do I create a school channel and I just put things and review things that I get for my classroom? Yeah, and I'm sure you guys, I mean, what's watching one video from another channel? I suppose either way. So that's where I'm in the deciding stages, is do I make a school channel and review things for school and talk about things for school separate than what I do for my yarn channel? I guess I have to talk to my husband because, to be honest, even though I sit here and chat in all these videos, he's the one that helps me with the, I don't want to say the technical aspect of it, but that kind of stuff. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking the videos and sharing my videos. It does say a few of you share them. And again, my condolences to the UK and her surrounding countries, because I think, doesn't Australia share your queen? Condolences to the loss of the queen. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. Maybe everybody should go on to Netflix and watch some documentaries about the queen in honor of her. All right. Happy crafting. Bye.